Hi, I'm Colin, creator of SheetsResume.com, and tonight I just want to go over a common question that we get a lot on SheetsResume.com from people who are building their resumes and embarking upon a job hunt. And that question is, do cover letters matter? Are cover letters useful? Do I need to write one? And if so, what should I say in a cover letter? First off, to answer the broad question, are cover letters useful? The answer is no, they're not useful. Um, no one reads them. They will not save a bad resume. They will not separate you from, a job where you shouldn't get interviewed because of your experience. The only thing a cover letter is useful for is if you are similarly talented or qualified to another candidate and your cover letter, if it's interesting and different and not cookie cutter, they may interview you before the other candidate. You may be preferential to the other candidate. It doesn't mean that you're going to get the job. It doesn't mean that more likely to get an interview. They will not interview you if your resume is bad. Your cover letter cannot save you. Now, there are certain situations where you're applying for a role, maybe at a startup or a smaller business that has a role that maybe you're trying to transition into that you've never done before. You're willing to work harder. You're willing to, throw yourself down on the mission. You love it. You want to breathe it. You want to throw yourself into it for 60 hours a week. That's all fine, well, and good to put in a cover letter. But again, your resume needs to be the thing that sets the hook. Your cover letter can, make them maybe consider taking a chance on an interview with you, but really people are very averse to wasting their time on bad candidates. And so you really need to dial in your resume, and the cover letter can separate you from equally qualified, equally talented candidates. Now, what should you put in a cover letter when you write it? This is what I think the big question is, because if they are a waste of time, I don't want to waste time during a job hunt. Job hunts are painful enough. I don't want to go out there and just, write 100 or 200 or sometimes 500 cover letters in 3 months and gouge my eyes out. So instead, what I think that you should do is write 2 to 3 sentences, maybe five, maybe one, but 2 to 3 sentences every time you apply for a job, unless they're requesting it on a formal PDF with like a header and date and all that stuff. Just write it as an email or as a note attached to whatever you upload with your resume, if they require it. And you can say, hey, I'm super interested in this job because X, Y, and Z about the role itself. I want to work for this industry because I think the mission is really important because A, B, and C. And I think this company specifically speaks to me because of XYZ again. And if you can pick up what I'm saying, you want to focus on the role at the company within the mission or the industry. And what you're showing them is very simple. It's not hard. You're showing them that you know the role, that you understand what you're applying for, and that you're excited about the work itself. And you can do that in one sentence if you know your stuff, your sheet, so to speak. Um, I didn't want to curse there. I think uh, you really want to show that you know your stuff. Number two is that you want to show that you are going to be not just in it for the money. That's like kind of like it's like dating, like you might be rich, but you don't want to think that people are dating you for your money. As a company, yeah, everybody's doing it for the paycheck, but you want to feel like your workers are working for something beyond the money you send them every 2 weeks. It's stupid. I know it's stupid. Don't worry that it's stupid. Just feed the ego and, hopefully find a company whose mission really does speak for you because it's not impossible. And there are plenty of companies out there that actually work on really cool things. SheetsResume.com helps people find awesome new jobs and careers. Gets me out of bed in the morning, no pun intended. And so, there's stuff that maybe speaks to you too. And then finally, within that industry, within that mission, why do you want to work for that company in particular? Maybe their culture is legendary. You read some awesome reviews on Glassdoors from other employees. You know somebody who's worked there. You love what their CEO posts on Twitter. Um, or more likely you don't. But you know what I mean. Like, there's got to be a reason why you're going to work at that company out of all the hundreds or thousands of companies that work within that space or that industry. So, very simple formula. Show them that you understand the role, show them that you love and understand the mission, and show them that you want to work at that company. Again, 2 to 4 sentences, super easy. Don't overthink this, don't overcomplicate it. At sheetsresume.com, it's in fact so easy that we created a cover letter writer that I trained personally by writing a bunch of different cover letters for it for a bunch of different companies and jobs, showing it what I would say if I was applying for those roles, what would impress me if I was a recruiter looking for candidate separation between one or two candidates that are on equal playing field. And so if you go to sheetsresume.com/cover letter, or just click on it in the menu, I believe right now everybody gets 3 free uses, and I think we're going to make that free for everyone actually moving forward. So yeah, I hope that our cover letter writer is super helpful for you. My goal is to save you a ton of time and agita while you're on your job hunt. If you have any questions, you can always ask us on our subreddit, Sheets Resume, or you can follow us here on YouTube at Sheets Resume and ask any questions in the comments. Good luck out there. Don't pull your hair out over your cover letters. Trust me, you have too few of it and it's going fast. And don't stress too much. Get the resume right, and then everything else will fall into place.